being in community might feel very scary for many people. And, as you said earlier, David, that, just like you're working with your body, show up and show up again and show up again. And it's no different when it comes to, some of the anxiety we experience in being in social situations, like showing up to a yoga room and not knowing anybody. And that's why I stress just how fun it is, how safe it is in that regard. And I think the more that you do that and you take those steps, over time, we call that sort of graded exposure of doing it over and over again, it's not so scary.
When you close the doors, everything in the outside world can disappear for an hour. There's no past, there's no future. It is just that moment right there. And if you have a lot on your brain at that time, with life or work, family, all the societal expectations, all the things that are going on, it is so fundamental to have a moment where you can come back to yourself and just really reflect and see where you are. Mm-hmm. And on top of that, it creates a bit of a community of people who might be going through the same things and have a chance to, because our society right now is so in need of community.
Yeah.
We are really at a place where with social media and mainstream news, there's so much fear in our society. There's so much disconnection. Yoga really offers an opportunity to come back to yourself and back to a place of community.
I've seen increasingly more and more and more of is screens and phones and watches and AI and all of this in astrology right now. What's happening? Pluto is going into Aquarius, and this is changing a lot of things. And we're going into this kind of era of robots and all this other realities. Yoga right now, yoga teachers, human beings, communities, breath, stepping in a room without a smartphone, without a watch, and breathing with each other and synchronizing your breath. That's flow. That's what flow means. Vinyasa. You move with the breath. Every movement has a breath. And then what that does is it syncs everyone up and it creates this like massive oxytocin. How do you say it? Bubble. It's like when you give someone a hug for like 3 seconds, but you do that by connecting your breath together. And I'm just saying like that for me has been like my saving grace, is because you can't even go to the gym now without having your headset on. You basically have your blinders on. This yoga studio that we're all creating together is kind of ripping all of that off. And we're like, take all of that away. Let's go back to the days like where, you don't have a watch on and you don't know what time it is and you just are present. And that's, I think, where all the magic is happening.